Hello and welcome to your Grow Groups this week. My name is Jessica, the director of Grow Groups here at Plotwoods, and we are so happy to have you all gathered together and joining us as we wrap up the series, All You Can. We have been spending the last, this is week 3, of talking about money and other things that we value in our life and seeing how we can look at John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, and Jesus, and how we can address these things in ways that can bring life to us and others. So we've talked about earning, we've talked about saving, and this week we're going to talk about giving. So with us today, I have Pastor Matt Thornton. How are you doing today?
Great.
Great. Are you living into that title? How's it feel?
It's weird. I don't know if it'll ever not be weird.
Yeah.
It's a big step. I felt like this wave of just like. Whenever I came back and I was like, somebody said Pastor. I think it was Kathy Birmingham said Pastor Matt, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is wild.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who? Yeah.
Where's he at? I'll meet him. That's incredible. How are you? You good?
Good. Really good. Oh yeah.
I love it. So we're going to start off by dreaming.
Oh.
Right? Because that's
my favorite thing.
Favorite thing.
Because it usually means I'm sleeping. No, I'm kidding.
We're sharing in this dream together.
Right.
We can daydreaming, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. If you had $1 million to give away, what would you do?
I'm really thinking about education for some reason today, and I'm just focusing on that. And so for me, I feel like I would help, just set up something to help kids go to college, or something, to help people that needed to go to college not have loans, because it's just so wild not to have student loans. So yeah, I'd figure something out, some way to do that. So I'd give it to something that's helping kids go to college.
I love that.
That'd be great.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have tension because I know there's a lot of power in $1 million, but I also know there's a lot of power in several $100.
Ooh.
Right? And so my math brain comes out and goes, where can I do the most impact with that?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to give a big chunk, 900,000 of it, and I want to forgive someone's medical bills.
Oh,
because that's not fair.
I love that.
That's a debt that is no choices were made in that,
Right.
besides wanting to live.
Yeah.
And fighting for that. So I want to forgive something big with that. But I also want to have $100,000. Shoot, that's a lot of $100 bills. To do the whole at Christmas time, just go to someone at the store.
Yeah.
Give them $100, or maybe take someone out to coffee. Be let's have coffee, and then be here's.
That's $100 coffee.
Yeah, and share that with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, 105 at that point.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that way you're getting, because I want to be able to do a big life impact for someone, but I also want the relationship in there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's what I love about giving. At first, I don't know about you, but I always get this someone wants my money. We're only talking about this because they want my money.
Oh,
but
yeah.
there's this joy in sharing and caring for other people in that way.
Yeah, I think scarcity comes up pretty quick when we think about giving. It's how much can I give? And then you really start to think about it, and you're my brain goes really fast when I think about what I give to the church, what I give to Casey Pet Project, what I give to whatever it is. I'm I could give a little bit less. I could hold on to a little bit more of that, and it would be the difference in this at home or whatever. It's really easy to talk yourself out of giving.
Yeah.
It's really easy to talk yourself out of it. And so I feel like for me that's always been okay, I've got to figure out where the joy is in it, and remember that initial thing of okay, see when you said maybe initial thing of oh, they want my money, I'm actually oh, I want to give my money. I want to, but then I start to backtrack and go, well, that's a lot of money.
Kind of kid us into college.
Right, exactly. Uh-huh.
Yes, so I'm curious then, share a time that you felt joy when you were generous to someone else.
my small group does adopt a teacher every year. So it's like too much of a financial responsibility for maybe like Andrea and I to take on. But it isn't with a small group of millennials. So, $10, $25 like per semester, per person in our small group makes a huge difference for this teacher. We're going to be able to, like last year we got them whiteboards and we did like all kinds of like super fun stuff for their classroom and just treated her, just like give her some things to help her get through this, like the craziness of last school year. And so that's been something really cool. We did it again this year too, and we got the same teacher. And so it's just really fun to really build that relationship with them and let them know that, there's just somebody that cares about them out there. So that one's for us, for Big One.
I like that power of giving as a group, as your grow group together.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of that teacher, and she's like, I don't just have Matt praying about me.
Yep.
I don't just have Matt and Andrea caring for me. I've got this whole group of people.
Yeah.
And if you're signing a card, all those signatures are so like, oh,
yeah,
this many people have thought about me recently. That's amazing. I try to find joy in, I've been trying to change my coffee habits a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. Part of it is that Starbucks raised their price on the iced coffee, and that's why I got it. It used to be so cheap.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is a way I can save and treat myself. And it's just not true anymore. And so as I'm like, we'll make iced coffee at home, I'm like, ooh, but I've now saved honestly $5.
Yeah.
That I can now, it can increase my giving, and I have chosen to do that in different ways. And so I find joy, honestly, in the back end choices I've made. Because I'm like, oh, this isn't just me being an adult making my own coffee. Like, this is letting me do more for someone else.
That's really great. I feel like we don't think about it in those terms a lot. We think like, oh, I got the thing on sale, So it's like, oh, I bought this thing and that it's on sale, therefore, like I saved myself money. Well, no, you still spent money, right? And so I think sometimes we can live into that simplicity model a little bit. I think that's a great way to do it, and using it as a tool, almost like using giving as a reward tool. Like you're rewarding yourself by giving to others, by being more frugal with yourself so you can give more, so you can feel this joy of giving. That's pretty sweet.
It's a weird type of self-care, right? Like it's not, I'm not spending this money to buy me bath bombs.
Absolutely right.
I'm spending this money to watch someone else get a need met.
That's right.
That's incredible. All right, so one more question. Ooh. How can giving of our resources invite us into deeper relationship with others?
I'll start with the adopt a teacher. We've been able to like be in relationship with a teacher at a school, and last year at the end of the year, all of us some of us that did adopt a teacher went over and served lunch to all the teachers at Southeast, and they were all just like, "Oh my gosh, like your church does so much for the school." That was incredible. The other one I think about is I give to Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. I give time and money, and for me, those relationships that I've built there are relationships that I would not have otherwise. It's a perspective on life. It's a perspective on culture, on everything that is out there in the world that I would not have if I didn't support them, if I didn't like try to build relationships with them. And it matters to me. Like it's really changed like how I view the world, how I see how we live, what I think of when I think of having enough, maybe, and what I think about when I think about giving. So it's, two things there, but it's really important.
Absolutely. I think the most impactful giving has those stories behind it.
Absolutely right.
Because I think of, I was a CASA for a couple of years in Joplin, which is a court-appointed special advocate for a child in the foster system. And so being able to see firsthand, I'm like, this is something I care about. And I will give anything and everything to care for those kids. Yeah. Because of one relationship I got to build with a family over that time. And so, when we get to see, and we think about that even giving to institutions, whether it be like a Plattwoods Church or a Hillcrest Transitional Housing or Harvesters, or like there's too many to even name off these organizations. But when we have those relationships, we can see the work they do through their relationships. And it's just like, take my money.
That's exactly right.
I am just so happy
That's
about
exactly right.
the care people get. And so we get to see people build those relationships together.
Absolutely.
So, yay. I
Woo!
love this. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Thank you for making the series in a way that wasn't uncomfortable. It
No.
was fun. It was freeing. I felt like it was
We got
life-giving.
through it together.
And we grew together in
Yeah.
a lot of ways. And so we're so thankful for your groups. We're praying over the conversations that you've had. Continue to pray for and care for one another in this season. And thank you for joining us. Have a good week.